Hi, I'm Todd from Long Brothers Movie Reviews, and here is my full Oscar ballot predictions for 2000 or the 2014 films. For the sake of time, I'm not going to read the full list of nominees in each category, but feel free to follow along on your own ballot if you'd like. Best Picture. If you've seen our Best Picture show, and if you haven't, go see it now. You really have no excuse not to have seen it. You already know that I'm predicting American Sniper will win this one, and I think my brother picked the Grand Budapest Hotel, but he's wrong. So, Best Actor, again, we covered this in one of our Oscar shows. I think it will go to Michael Keaton as an unofficial Lifetime Achievement Award. But I think my brother said it would go to Steve Carell for Foxcatcher. In fact, I think he said you could take that to the bank. But that bank's going to be closed because he's wrong. Best Actress, this was the final category we covered in our Oscar specials. We both agree it's going to go to Julianne Moore for Still Alice. This was the most obvious pick of the year. Best Supporting Actor, this was another one where I think Mike and I agree the winner is going to be J.K. Simmons for Whiplash. This guy was so talented, I'm ready to switch my car insurance. In fact, I would kind of like to see him fight that Flo chick from Progressive, but that's just me. Best Supporting Actress, I'm predicting Patricia Arquette for Boyhood, if for no other reason than she deserves some sort of recognition for letting herself age 12 years in about a 2.5-hour span. Best Animated Feature, honestly, two of these I've never even heard of. Box Trolls didn't do anything for me, so I think for me it comes down to Big Hero 6 and How to Train Your Dragon 2. I went with Dragon. But, honestly, I really don't remember why. It's entirely possible I flipped a coin. But I do think it needs to be said. Personally, I don't think we needed the first 5 Big Hero films. So Best Cinematography. I chose Birdman on this, for no other reason than it's different. Best Costume Design. Maleficent. If for no other reason than those big horns on Angelina Jolie. Yeah. That does it for me. Best Director, again, Birdman, and again, simply because it's different. And now we get to the first of the two documentary categories, Best Documentary Feature. And predicting these documentary categories is the equivalent of when you have to pick who will win between an 8 and a 9 seed in your NCAA pool, because you're basically just guessing. There's a movie on this list called Virunga, that I almost picked because my doctor prescribed Virunga for me once, and it really cleared up my problem. But then I read more about it and found out I was way off on what I thought this movie was about. So that means you've got the Snowden movie, and you've got Finding Vivian Maier. And that's what I picked, Finding Vivian Maier. The other side of that coin is Best Documentary Short, and I went with Crisis Hotline Veterans Press 1 because I think it's going to ride the coattails of American Sniper. Best Editing, as someone who has worked as an editor, I went with Boyhood, just because if someone had come to me with 12 years of footage and told me I had to go through and edit it, I'd have been pretty irritated. Best Foreign Language Film, this is another Oscar pool spoiler category that nobody really cares about. Not really sure why we even have it. I chose Tangerines because, quite frankly, I like tangerines. The fruit, not the movie. I've never seen the movie. Best Original Song. Now, as much as I liked Everything Is Awesome and had to listen to it for weeks on end out of my kids as they went around the house singing it, I'm really pulling for Glenn Campbell on this one. This guy is an American music icon. He deserves recognition for a lifetime of great work. And plus, what he's going through right now is just a shame. And it's a shame for anyone that has to go through it. So I hope that the Academy will do the right thing here and give Glenn Campbell the honor he deserves. Best Production Design. What does that even mean? I went with Into the Woods, because let's face it, trees don't grow on trees. Best Animated Short. I wanted to predict The Dam Keeper on this, because when I was little, we used to go to Western Kentucky all the time, around the Kentucky Lake and Kentucky Dam area. And in that area at the time, it may still be there, there was a motel called the Dam Motel. And my dad and my brother and my uncle, my cousins, we used to get a big kick. We would drive past it, and we were like, well, somebody make me a reservation at the Dam Motel. Or if you need me, I'll be back at the Dam Motel. But ultimately, I had to narrow this down to The Bigger Picture and Feast. And if you look at it on paper, Feast, to me, just seems like the story of John Arbuckle told from Odie's point of view. So I went with the bigger picture because it was more unique. Best live action short, I'm predicting The Phone Call. Why? No, can't tell you. I can tell you this. I liked the title of The Butter Lamp, and then I found out it wasn't really about a lamp made out of butter, and that kind of ticks me off. Achievement in sound editing, I chose The Hobbit, The Five Armies, because it seemed just a bit more difficult to have to make sound for all that. Achievement in sound mixing. Now, first of all, why do we even have two separate categories for sound? Can't we just make one sound category and then lop a few cars off this funeral procession of a show and get on with it? But I guess we can't. So I'm predicting Whiplash because I like the music in it. Best visual effects. I work with a bunch of VFX artists, and they all said they were most impressed by the Monkey movie. So I'm predicting Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Adapted screenplay, I'm predicting American Sniper. This one just seems like a slam dunk to me. Maybe it isn't, but it just seems like it to me. You've got a successful book that was turned into a very successful movie. And the last one we have is Best Original Screenplay, and I picked Birdman again, and again I picked it because it's so different, and that seemed to generate a lot of buzz in that community that you had this, different film that was kind of a different thing. So anyway, that's what I'm going with. So those are my Oscar picks. If you want to find out more about our usual movie review show, Long Brothers Movie Reviews, including when our next review will go live, then you can like us on Facebook at Long Brothers Movie Reviews, and you can follow us on Twitter at Long Brothers Movies. While you're there, you can leave us a message to let us know what movies, past or present, you'd like to hear us argue about. And if there's a film you and a friend are arguing about, tell us what it is, and my brother and I will argue about it, and we'll tell you who's right and who's wrong. So until next time, this is Todd saying, look for my cameo in the In Memoriam section of this year's Oscar show.